Happy December 2nd, everybody. I hope that you've been having a good weekend. I hope that you're enjoying the holidays. I know Hanukkah starts tomorrow, so if any of you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. I wanted to talk as usual about what happened last week and what's coming up this week. So since I've got this week's schedule open, let's just talk about that. So tomorrow, kind of a challenging assignment, the annotations workshop. Essentially what we do here, guys, is a sort of rough draft of your annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is a list of sources with citations and summaries of the source and evaluations of the source. And the evaluations of the source are tailored to the particular project that the author of the bibliography is working on. So what you're going to do, your big project is 6 sources, and then for this assignment that's due tomorrow, you're just going to post 2 of those annotations, all right? So if I open up this discussion, let me move my face out of the way here. All right, so this is the discussion description. All right, so it says, use this forum to workshop 2 annotations for your annotated bibliography, and then you can click for samples. And then you're going to follow all of these instructions. You need to create your 2 annotations, and then you're going to evaluate 2 other people's 2 annotations. Again, think of it as a rough draft. The purpose here is to get the hang of putting together a full annotated bibliography. So let me show you. I went ahead and opened up this document in another window. Let me find that here. That's not it. Here it is. Okay. So you see that it starts with works cited. It's like a works cited page, except it has a lot more information. So here's all the citation info. And in just a moment, I'll show you how to create that citation info very, very quickly. But notice that it includes the author's name, the title of the content holder, which in this case was a journal, and then the publication information about that journal, then the database information, and then we have this document locator number and an access date. Right here we have a brief one-sentence main idea statement about the article, and then we have a brief description of the credentials of the author. Then we have 3 or 4 sentences of summary. All right, that part is all just explaining here's what the article about, and in fact, 3 sentences, and then 1 sentence explaining how that is useful to the author's project. So it says, Koopman's findings will prove useful in my research of literature and empathy. So in the imagined situation here, the creator of this set of annotations is writing a paper about literature and empathy. All right, so they do that twice. They do that for another source, and they list their second source. The second one is an article called The Use of Literary Fiction to Promote Mentalizing Ability by Mario Chiarapino and Monica Mazza. This part you can generate very quickly. This part you can you might need to do just a little bit of research or find in the article a description of the author or author's credentials. Here's a little bit about the source itself, that is the journal. And then here is a summary, all right, a few sentences of summary, and then a few sentences explaining why that's useful. So basically what you're doing is saying, well, readers or instructor, here are the sources that I found, here's why I picked them, and here's what they say. So what I would do is, let's say that for my argument, I'm going to do some research on the teacher shortage in Arizona. So here in Arizona, we deal with a pretty significant K-12 teacher shortage. So I would do my search in the library. I like to do a mega search because it generates lots and lots of things. Although, it's asking me to log in again because I'm remote, doing this from home. All right. And thank you guys for letting me know when you were having trouble logging in. I know that technical difficulties are especially important to deal with when we're doing an all online course. All right, so here's kind of a cool article, Finding and Keeping Educators for Arizona's Classrooms. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to show you real quick how to generate the citation. I've got to move my screen over here. So say that I'm going to read this. I could click here where it says full text from Eric. You have to search just a little bit to find the full text article. So hopefully you guys are finding good stuff. And then this handy button over on the side says Cite. So I'm going to click that button. And then instead of having to use EasyBib or like actually look at the Purdue OWL or any other sort of reference site, I can just copy and paste the citation I want. I'll have to do a little bit of formatting, but all the info I need is there. So we are using the MLA, the Modern Language Association format. So here's everything that I need. Author last name, and it looks like it is by an author and a nonprofit. And then the title there, and then the publisher. And in fact, this is the publication, and then this is the publisher. This is the date it was published. This is the URL for that source. So I'm just going to copy all of that. And then when I create my own works cited entry, that'll be the first part of my source, my annotation. I'm sorry for all the ums. And then I will provide a summary and then an explanation of why I chose that source and how it's going to be useful for my essay. So that's what you're doing for your annotated bibliography and for your 2 sources that are due tomorrow. All right, so going back to the schedule, after tomorrow on Wednesday, you guys have a quiz about research, and then Friday, your actual annotated bibliography is due. So that's 6 sources, all organized the same way as the 2 sources that you're workshopping in the discussion tomorrow. So you guys let me know if you want me to create a video that's a little longer, goes into a little bit more depth about how to create an annotated bibliography. I can do that. I really don't mind. I just don't want to bore you too much. So my goal is to get your essays graded by tomorrow night, the ones that you turned in last week. Yeah, that's where we're at. All right, so this is kind of a long video, and I apologize for that. As ever, email me if you guys have any questions, and have a good week.